Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday evening. Oh boy. Yeah, I wrote about 3 pages. By now it's like 31 pages of this physics paper. And I decided the next chapter will be general disproof of general relativity. Okay. Because we wrote enough about special relativity. Okay, so there are some arguments in favor of this inertial symmetry axiom theory, but it's not that significant, so I decided not to write it. Because by now, after 30 pages, if people are still not convinced, then there's not more, nothing more, anything more I can do. We'll just have to let the time pass and let people realize on their own. Okay, yeah. Because science is very much like religion, okay, or politics, ideology. It's all the same thing. They are all ideologies. So, if people believe in Einsteinianism, then let them. Yeah, it's their freedom of religion, freedom of belief, freedom of thought, ideology, subscription. Yeah, it's their freedom. I respect it. But I did what I could. Okay, just let it go. And the yeah, general relativity. So one argument that I didn't write down in this paper is this. Okay, there's nothing in special relativity theory that prevents an object other than photon to speed in the speed of light. Okay, so yeah, it makes this what Lorentz factor to be what infinity, I guess. I don't know, infinity or zero, whatever. Yeah, but it does not make the square inside of square root negative. So and it goes 1/0. So yeah, that's kind of icky, but yeah, whatever. So if an object travel at the speed of light, then does that object become like kind of deity in Einsteinian world, like photon is? Become deified. So now that object traveling the speed of light become something like absolute. So whenever some another object observe that object, time should what slow down or whatever. It's nonsense, right? Yeah, yeah. Einsteinism is wrong. Okay, it's both special and general sense. So tomorrow, yeah, go ahead and move to the general theory of relativity disproof, and we're gonna have some fun with that too. Okay. So. Yeah, at work I was quite busy. I mean, I got off at regular hours, but it was quite a busy day. So today I could only write like 2 or 3 pages, and yeah, tomorrow I have to get back to work quite early. Okay, so yeah, yeah, but it's good. We all need some creative outlet, right? So at work, what we do isn't quite creative activity. It's more mechanical labor, right? So, but yeah, we do some creative activity depending on individuals. If you're a gardener, yeah, you plant plants in your yard and flowers and right. Yeah, creative outlet. That's very creative activity. And if you go hunting and fishing, yeah, that's creative activity, creative outlet. Why? Because those animals or fish, they are brand new. Right? It's unexpected, unexpectable. Every single moose or fish you catch, or caribou, or duck you catch, they're brand new to you, right? That's creative. Yeah, your hunting, fishing strategy and the spots you go to, right? Yeah, they're very creative activity. And for me, yeah, I write. Yeah, Yeah, that's what I do for my creative outlet. We all need that, right? Yeah. And so what did I write today? Yeah, the theatrical stuff like courtroom drama, court of science, and I did refer to my movie because that's the line from my movie. Concept reference and also election analogy. Yeah, I did refer to the campaign result, the election result. Rather, where I lost, but it's out there as a statistics, and I made reference to that. So it's cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of low energy, okay, because it was very busy in my work, and after that, I wrote about for 2 hours, 2 pages, 3 pages, and so why does it take so long to write 2, 3 pages? 2 hours, 1 page per hour, because I take frequent breaks, and because I cannot just write it. No, no, it has to be. I have to think things through before I write. So very high quality, at least in my eyes. 1 page, single spaced, 12 font Times New Roman. It take 1 hour for me to write because I do take frequent breaks, like maybe every 10 minutes, and because I have to step back and think about what to write. Okay, it's very qualitative writing, intense academic writing. So yeah, and also there are some portions in this paper where I go back and edit, add some more stuff and stuff. So it's a slow process. Yeah, yeah. So today's job is over. That's good, and it was a very productive day. 31 pages. So yesterday, yeah, I wrote until like I guess 27 pages up yesterday. I mean, up to yesterday, and it's been about 10 days. So 30 pages, 10 days. So on average, 3 pages per day, like 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours per day. That sounds about right. So yeah, I think this paper probably will be done in a week. Even possibly by this weekend. All right, it'll be about 40, 30 pages, 40, 50 pages. Yes, it will include the disproof of general relativity as well. Okay, so at the beginning of this chapter 6, which is disproof of general relativity, maybe I'll just kind of summarize this proof of special relativity. So we weren't too mathematical about it. We just attacked one axiom, one proposition that Mr. Einstein regarded as an axiom, foundation, fundamental foundational axiom, a proposition that Mr. Einstein assumed to be true. Yeah, the absolutivity of speed of light. Okay, this he says all the relative speed of light should be constant. Absolutivity of speed of light. We attack that. Okay, and in general relativity, the axiomatic proposition in Einstein general relativity we're gonna attack is the absolutivity of gravitational force. Okay, so yeah, absolutivity of gravitational force. So that's the Einstein proposition that he regards as, or he assumed to be true. That's what we're gonna take, and after that, we're done for this paper. Okay. So what will be my next paper then? I'm thinking about transactional demand theory in economics journal. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So first paper was political science. Second paper physics. Third paper economics. That sounds about right. Okay, so yeah. All right, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. We'll just chill. Okay. The rest of the evening, we just chill. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you had a long day yourself too. Okay. So yeah, let's just relax. Okay, we're back. So I think it was this morning or a couple of mornings ago when I was uploading the humanology series before I go to work. That's my routine. Okay, when I come home, I upload another episode. In the morning, I upload another episode because it takes like I don't know how long it takes. Maybe 5 hours to upload one episode. Like with that big video file, MPEG 4, right? So that's what I do, like morning, evening, okay, uploading episode one by one, and so whenever I upload the episode, okay, the Google YouTube screen refreshes, so and the count of how many people viewed those episodes in past episodes, it show up, and so a couple of months ago, I was kind of surprised because there was 12 people who viewed the most recent episode. 12 people. But typically it's like 0 or 1 or 2, okay? So 12 people watched this episode, and I was like, that's the largest amount of viewers I've seen. So what happened? Like, my guess is that maybe this political science journal article, the academic article that I submitted and also sent to my friends, maybe they finally read it because it's been a month. So maybe they're curious about me. But I mean, my friends, they already know about me, so I don't think they would look up my name in the internet because they know me, right? But the political science journal people, they don't know me. I never met them. So maybe they got curious about me and maybe they looked up my name in their favorite search engine like Bing, Google, Yahoo. And yeah, if they if I look up my name online in the search engine, the very first thing show up is this humanology series. I guess that's why it kind of spiked up that day. So it was a pleasant surprise. Yeah, some erratum. I gotta correct myself. A couple of episodes ago, I said like the most viewers in my online presence is like six, five, six, 700 my movie. Yeah, that's true and false. Why? Because during my campaign trail, I got some interviews. Okay, and kind and generous journalists uploaded to online, like social media and right, and sometimes it got like 2,000 views. Right? Yeah, that's a very humbling experience. Yeah, some of the interviews I had with local journalists got something like 2,000 views. Okay, yeah, that did happen. Okay, okay, but my social media, like be it Facebook, Instagram, I don't get many viewers. Okay, because I get like 2 or 3 views. Right? Yeah, yeah. I don't get many visitors in this Google YouTube. I typically like one, mostly zero. It's like binary number, like 00010011. Mostly like that, but sometimes every now and then, 2 people, 3 people. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So cool. In a sense, it's better if I don't get known for a long while, so that I focus on writing. Okay, because I have a lot to write about. Right, all the discoveries in this human analysis series. Yeah, all I gotta do is writing down them all down, and it will take me a couple of years at least to write down everything that we found here. So, but if I become famous, I'll be too busy, right? So it's good that I'm not known, so that, and it's good that I didn't get elected, so that I have time to write all this down, because that's more important and that's more permanent. If I become elected official, that's not permanent thing. That's more temporary thing, right? But if I write down ideas, it has potential to last forever, like Newton or Galileo or Jean-Jacques Rousseau, or you have John Stuart Mill, you have Adam Smith, or whatever. Okay, I'm not saying I'm their equal. Then what am I saying? I'm saying I'm better. Okay. Oh, I'm better than all of them combined. Okay, so yeah. Seriously? Do you want my honesty? Do I really think I'm better than all those famous philosophers like Immanuel Kant, Arthur Schopenhauer, even Socrates, Plato? Do I really think I'm better than all of them combined? Sometimes I do, actually. So I don't want to lie to you. Yeah, maybe I'm dumb and arrogant and narcissistic or fantasy prone personality, sure. But I think what we found here in humanology is by far better than what they found. Of course, they're kind of our parental figures, metaphysically speaking. Yeah, but it's very well expected the future generations they do better than us, bigger and better than us. Why? Because they inherit the wealth of knowledge from us, so they learn from us, and on top of us, we will expect our future generation to be better than us, right? Yeah, All these past giants like Schopenhauer, Kant, Plato, Lao Tzu, Confucius. Oh, they'll be very happy to see us to be better than them. Because they are like parents, okay? If you are a parent, you want your children to be more successful than you are, right? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just progress of human knowledge, advancement of science, and yeah, that ilk, that kind, same line. Hmm? Yeah. It's getting too warm. Okay, I gotta turn off one of the heaters. Maybe both of them, I don't know. And we keep that on. The one in the living room. I have heater in all rooms, okay? So entertainment room, this like this entertainment room, this also filming studio, right? And that's uh, living room and my bedroom, okay? So I have another room that's like more like wardrobe room. I don't have heater there because it's just my clothing there, okay? So I don't go there very often. I just go there twice a day, I guess. Once when I put on clothing, and the other time when I take off my clothing. Okay, it's a wardrobe room. Yeah. So general relativity, yeah. Yeah, in the beginning as an introduction, yeah, I talk about jujitsu. Okay, so you have this whole big person. To neutralize that person, all you need is just one joint and bend it the other way. And the entire body of that person is disabled, paralyzed. Right? Yeah. So when it comes to special or general relativity, we only need to attack one fundamental, foundational proposition that Mr. Einstein assumed to be true, kind of axiomized propositions. Okay, and if we contradict that, then it's done, right? So yeah, I write that as an introduction tomorrow. Okay, introduction to disproof of general relativity. Okay, so all the fancy mathematics that he used, there's no need to go after that. Okay, we leave that to other people. Okay, the professional scientists. I'm not. I'm amateur. Okay. So. But I do have good feelings about this. Why? Because Jesus said eventually the truth will come out, and there's also a line in 24 TV series. Yeah, President Palmer, right? Was it his name? I think that's his name. Senator Palmer, President Palmer, I think. Yeah, the African American gentleman, fantastic actor. Okay, very charismatic, great actor. Okay, so I like him a lot. Later on, he became was it Allstate insurance commercial advertisement, right? Yeah, that's what actors do. They do commercials, product endorsement. Okay, nothing wrong there. But I think it's a very good actor. Okay, so. Hmm. Yeah, 24 TV series. I am a huge fan. Okay, so you have David Palmer and then his brother Wayne Palmer, right? He also great actor. Okay, I'm a huge fan. Okay, I don't know his name. I don't know either one's name. Okay, so yeah, I don't think they're real brothers, but they're two African American male actors. Okay, they're fantastic. And also Sherry Palmer, the ex-wife of President Palmer in TV show series. She's very beautiful and she's fantastic actress. Very very charismatic. Okay, huge fan. Okay, and in this TV show 24, they really hired very high quality African American actors and actresses. High quality. Okay, they're extremely beautiful people and then they're extremely talented actresses. Okay, very charismatic. Yeah, so TV show 24. I'm a huge fan. Great casting. Okay, and also yeah, Caucasian actors and uh, Middle Eastern actors. Okay, they're all cool. Okay, Hispanic actors. Okay, what's his name? Character's name. Um, Hector. Hector Salazar. Right. Very good actor. Right. Yeah. Huge fan. Okay. Hispanic. Right. Hispanic Americans. Good casting. Good directing. Okay, and good writing. Good acting. Music. Music is okay. Right. Yeah. Music was okay, but yeah, maybe slightly more than okay. Okay, that if I'm generous, yeah, that decent. The background music for 24 TV shows, it's decent. Okay, yeah, it's but compared to like X Files or Twilight Zone background music, 24 series background music, not nearly as good. Not nearly as good. When compared to like Twilight Zone or X Files background music. Okay, so yeah. All right, let's take 5 minutes. Okay, so yeah, we're just relaxing. We're just sitting back. Chilling, drinking. Right? Yeah, so cool. All right, all right. Okay, we're back. So after this physics paper, I was thinking about like next paper, what I'm gonna write after this physics paper. Should I write about climate change? I thought about that. Then a couple of days ago I read some online news article. Yeah, all the ice melt is not gonna raise the sea level, just like glass on ice, ice on water of glass is not gonna raise the level of water in the glass. I was like, oh my goodness, finally people realize that. Good. So that I don't have to write this paper about climate change. Good. So it took some time for people to realize the science, right? I did write about that in local newspaper though. Yeah, the ice cube on a glass of water is not going to raise the level of the water. Yeah, that's the Archimedes principles corollary is implication of that. The Archimedes principle. Okay. It was worthwhile to write, but uh, after this physics paper, I'm gonna write about transactional demand theory in economics. Why? Because they'll be more interesting to write about. Because climate change, yeah, too much physics in there, and I'm writing physics paper now, so I don't want to write another paper that's related to physics and mathematics. Okay, yeah, economics that's not physics, so there's still mathematics there because it's science, right? Yeah, but not physics because we spend enough time with physics. Okay, so we're gonna give some physics department of the brain some break. So yeah, it'll be about economics next paper. Okay. Yeah, people wise up in time. Okay, so just take some time to catch up with us. We are kind of ahead of time. Why? Because we are smart. All right. But other people, yeah, they're not dumb. They're smart enough. In time, it takes longer time for them. It's not that they are not as smart as we are, but they're not scientifically minded people. Okay, they got other priorities, right? Yeah, they're pets, cats, dogs, kids, right? Their yard. I don't mow my lawn. Okay, I just let it grow, whatever, because I'm a naturalist. I love plants. I know plants. I don't wanna characterize them as undesired weeds. No, they're all plants that produce oxygen for me. Plants in my yard. And I know what species they are. Okay, so the flora in my yard in Alaska, they are, some of them are edible, some of them are not, but none of them poisonous though. So yeah, when the right season comes, I harvest them. Some of them I eat them as salad, some of them I just put in the vodka. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there are more desirable plants, of course, like hibiscus cranberry or red currant. I do have red currant in my yard. Okay, they're all natural. Okay, because they're Alaskan native plants, and yeah, trees. Oh yeah, great trees. Sound barriers or visual barriers. Okay, so yeah, because we want some privacy, so it's a natural fence line between different houses, right? Yeah, and they provide us. They absorb sound. They absorb all this gasoline-based cars exhaustion, right? They absorb the sound. So all the trees. I love trees. Okay, so yeah, just let them be. Yeah, I'm a tree hugger. I'm very liberal in this sense. Okay. It's getting too hot. I'm gonna turn off that heater in the living room. Yeah, I'm very sensitive about temperature. Yeah. That's why I never get sick, okay? Because if I'm cold, I put on more layers. If I'm hot, I put off layers. So I'm very sensitive of temperature. So because uh, getting sick is all about temperature control, okay? So like catching a cold, right? Yeah, you have to keep warm and not too hot. Is homeostasis, your body temperature regulation. That's very important for your healthy immune system. Okay? Yeah. Because you don't want to overwork your body to adjust to temperature. So you put on layers when it's cold, put off layers when it's hot. Okay? It's very important to your happiness too. Temperature control. When you are too hot or too cold, you are unhappy. You become irascible and very easy to angry. Okay, so temperature control is very important for happiness and health. Okay. Mm. Okay. Now what? What time is it? 8. Okay. Yeah. So general relativity. Okay. Disproof thereof. Uh, how do I start this disproof? Yeah, I'm kind of drawing blank because I had a long day today. Okay, so kind of low energy, and yeah, so it's about this inertial mass, gravitational mass. Mr. Einstein brazenly declared, but that's kind of line from X Files. Okay, yeah, the Mr. Christensen and the Mr. Minnesotan governor back in the days, the former WWF, the pro wrestler, right? Great actor, great actor. He's very charismatic actor. Okay. Yeah, so Mr. Einstein somehow brazenly declared that uh, inertial mass and gravitational mass is equivalent. That could be right, sure. But how about inertial mass and or mass not felt by gravitation but some other forces in the universe, like electric force or magnetic force or wind force or engine force, whatever it may be, okay? Some constant force field. Yeah, there will be that mass generated by this force field. Why? Because the the reason why gravitational force generate this weight mass is because this force field is pulling us to a certain direction, right? Okay. Uh, but so is gravitational force more special than other kinds of forces? Okay. And without that, okay, because uh, let's take 5 minutes break, okay? So I kind of need to think this through, okay? So yeah, Cartesian inquiry, right? Yeah, without it, okay? So we question things, right? Yeah. So like when I was taking civil procedure class in law school, we had very good professor. Okay, so and he's very well known too. Okay, so I'm not in liberty to mention his name. Okay, but he's very some of the most famous professors in law school, Michigan Law School. Okay, when I was there, okay, he wrote many books, very highly esteemed books in civil procedure. Okay, yeah, he was our lecturer, our professor, civil procedure. And I really liked him a lot. Okay, so he said like, hey, U.S. Supreme Court decisions, just don't take it as granted. You should be able to question it. Okay, yeah, so because U.S. Supreme Court justices, they're human beings too, and U.S. Supreme Court case law sometimes it get overturned after some decades. Okay, yeah, that happens all the time. Okay, maybe not as often, but it does happen. Yeah. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. So. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, general relativity disproof is easy. Okay. So the force of gravitation is very small one. Okay, compared to electromagnetic force or other forces like wind force or engine force. Uh, Gravitational force is very tiny little force. Okay, that's why we have two objects. It doesn't quite attract each other. Okay, yeah, gravitational force is feelable only when you have some big gigantic mass like planet Earth or the sun, right? Otherwise, gravitational force is ignorable. It's very tiny little force. Okay, compared to electric force or magnetic force or wind force, engine force, right? Gravitational force is ignorable most of the times, okay? Between two objects. Unless it's a planet or star, okay? Yeah, gravitational force is very tiny, okay? So, let's conduct some space experiment, okay? Out there in the space, we have some space station, okay? And you have some kind of capacitor, gigantic capacitor, okay? And you have this elevator that's lined with positive charges at the bottom and negative charge at the on top. This elevator, okay, and then you have this capacitor. They have positive charges at the bottom and negative charge, uh, positive charge again at the on top. So yeah, this elevator will go up. Okay, electronic electric force field. Okay. Gravitational influence in out there in space is ignorable compared to this electric force because it's too tiny. Okay, so there is some acceleration. Okay, so some photon comes in, it will bend in parabolic fashion. Okay, because this force field is locally uniform force field. Okay, so yeah, that's equivalent to this Einsteinian thought experiment where yeah, there's elevator, right? This guy is going to space from the planet Earth, so he feels this gravitational mass, and out there in space, like 9.8 meter per second squared, right? But out there in space, if this rocket with engine accelerating in 9.8 meter per second squared, okay, will feel the same, but well, that's not the only equivalent scenarios out there, okay? So yeah, it's about so in the introduction to this general relativity. Yeah, I have to explain about this acceleration concept. Let me type it down, okay, before I forget. Mm. Yeah. Okay, so first thing in the introduction I'm gonna say is yeah, jujitsu, jujitsu analogy. Let's take fundamental assumption. So that's number one. Number two, yeah, special relativity is about constant speed. General relativity is about constant acceleration. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of did some editing of this physics paper when I was taking a break. Like I added some like one paragraph also. Yeah, that's academic writing. Okay, it's always in your mind, and you go back to your paper and add some stuff, edit some stuff. Okay, it's kind of intense process, but it's not too bad. Like anything else. Okay, so when it comes to we are talking about somehow judiciary, right? Why were we talking? Oh yeah, abortion. Okay, so President Trump, he's gonna nominate the replacement for the late Justice Ginsburg, right? Who passed away. Yeah, I was very sad. Okay, so but one thing I agree with Ms. Justice Ginsburg, Mrs. Ginsburg, is that yeah, I'm more pro-choice, although I'm conservative. Okay, so that's one part where I depart from other conservatives in America. Okay, I'm more leaning toward pro-choice. Okay, so why did I think about talking about abortion? What led to this? I don't recall. Right. Yeah, sure. Let's talk about politics then. Okay, politics of abortion. Okay, Democrats they call it pro-choice, but Republicans they condemn it as pro-abortion or even pro-death, pro-murder. It's because some Christians see abortion as a murder of unborn baby. Okay, yeah, I do understand that, and it's they do have some merit there. Okay, so I'm not exactly pro-choice. I'm kind of half and half. Okay, because I do understand either side of the argument. Okay, but my objection to this anti-abortionism is that I mean, look, President Trump has committed adultery, right? But Christians they're okay with that as long as President Trump is anti-abortion. Okay, I find that very hypocritical and very paradoxical and inconsistent. Okay, of course, murder is worse a crime than adultery. Okay, I get it, but abortion is a murder. The kind of characterization to me is very theoretical, at least. Okay, more academic. All right, yeah, not very practical. Okay, but I do understand the argument. Okay, the point of view. Because I kind of used to be pro life East myself. But later on, yeah, I grew up and I started dating. Never married. I don't want to get married. I don't want to have children. Okay. So I became more pro-choice. Okay. More pro-choice East. Okay. Yeah. And it's cheaper for taxpayers too. Yeah. Planned Parenthood, this corporation. Okay. Yeah, they get funded by taxpayers' money. But if abortion become illegal, okay, President Trump appoints some uh, pro-lifeist judge in some appellate court, circuit court, federal circuit court, okay, or some professors in law schools, okay. If he appoints someone like that, then possibly abortion may become illegal, okay. If that happens, then if he get elected, okay, so then there will be more burden on taxpayers. The tax will rise. Why? Because how about all the single mothers? Okay, because they cannot get abortion, so against their wills, they will have to make babies. I mean, give birth to babies, and the money to raise this child by the single mothers will be the burden of taxpayers, American taxpayers, because single mother when they are raising this baby, they cannot work. Okay, so tax will go up, and that's Republicans' nightmare. The Republicans want lower tax, so there's self contradiction right there, inconsistency. Okay, yeah, and also when it comes to individual liberty, that's what Republicans advocate for: smaller government, individual liberty, right? But there comes this government forcing women to have this unwanted child. That's big government, and there's less freedom for women. Okay, so again, self contradiction, inconsistency. Okay, yeah. I'm an amateur mathematician and logician. Okay, so yeah, it's very easy for me to find some contradiction. Okay, but politicians, activists, okay, most of them are not educated in mathematics or logic, like some of we have been, right? Yeah. So politics is this arena of groupthink. Both it goes both sides. Republicans and Democrats. It's all about groupthink. It's kind of to me it's kind of smacks of idolatry. They just want to agree, right, against the other faction. Republicans, Democrats. Okay, they're kind of like when I was a child, I was in playground. Okay, we make factions, right? Yeah, this club, cool kids club, and there's the other club, kind of competitors. Okay, we compete with each other. Okay, so the Republicans, Democrats, they're adults and they are doing the same thing. Okay, they're doing this child's play, right? They make factions. Okay, and in this hub group, yeah, we agree to agree. The other group, we disagree, right? And they compete with each other, and to me that's just childhood playground, just child's play politics, right? Yeah. So I don't blame anybody, any people who don't vote at all. Why? Because they don't like politics. In this election, okay, we are lost. Alaska State Senate election, we are lost. Primary, okay, about 10% of people in this district voted. About 10 or 15%, okay, or less than 20%, okay. So because so 85% didn't vote in this Alaska State Senate primary election, okay, and I don't blame them, okay, because they don't like politics, okay. It's so childish, right? Groupthink, okay, idolatry and factions like children. So yeah, they don't have confidence in election politics, okay. So I don't blame them a single bit, right? And we are talking about America, the prime supreme example, the leader of democracy in the world, leader of free world. Look at us. We have BLM, people just taking down statues and vandalism and the left and right, very sharp division, right? And America is not doing very well nowadays in year 2020, okay? Under President Trump or maybe in President Obama, during President Obama, during President Trump, I think President Trump's 4 years tenure is a lot worse compared to President Obama's 8 years. I mean, at least President Obama's 8 years, there was no BLM like this, right? But President Trump, because he's such a divisive figure, I do not think he's racist. Yeah, he's xenophobic. He does not appreciate other cultures, other languages. I don't think he speaks any other foreign languages. He's America first, America the best, right? And he does not appreciate other cultures. It's all about America, okay? And I don't think he's racist though. Okay, I don't think so. Okay, but he's xenophobic. Okay, he and his people tried to kick me out of this country. I told you about this like a year ago. Okay, they gave me very difficult time to renew my passport. I have never experienced before with past presidents and their administrations. Okay, but he and his people really tried very hard to kick me out of this country. Why? Because my first name is very foreign. It is Korean name. Okay, Korean English transliteration. So, and I love my first name. Okay, so I don't want to change to some American sounding name. No. And I heard that same trouble from other people too. They were having very difficult time renewing their passport because they retained their first name transliterated to English. I heard that from other people too. President Trump, alright. Well, Vice President Joe Biden, I think he'll be a lot worse. Okay, yeah. Every election season, right? Yeah, we come up with these candidates, right? Lesser of two evils, right? So disappointing, right? In Korea, there are a lot of smart people. South Korea, okay. I cannot speak for North Korea, okay. But South Korea, there are a lot of smart people, okay. But South Korean politicians, okay. We were like, where do these people come from? Because they are so dumb. Where do these all come from? Okay, where are you from? Yeah, this South Korean politicians are so dumb, right? And later on, I came to America, came back to America because I was born here, okay? And I see the politicians, and some of them are good, okay? In Korea, in America, some of them are good, okay? But look at President Trump and look at Vice President Joe Biden, okay? How can I not run for president? Okay, yeah, I am still running for president, okay? Most likely, I will be the only person in America who will vote for myself, who will vote for me, okay? I cross out President Trump's name. I cross out Vice President Trump's name. Okay, then some blank spot in the ballot. Yeah, I write down my name. Okay, so yeah, I'm still president candidate on paper. Okay, so am I doing any campaigning? Yeah, right here. Okay, this is my campaign. Okay, this humanized series. That's how it got started. Okay, it's free. So yeah, I want to be the president of the United States. Okay, I don't got no money. I got some time. So yeah, human rights series. That's how it got started like 2 years ago. Human rights series. Okay, it is launched as my presidential campaign. Okay? Yeah. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. We will wrap it up soon. Okay. So. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna talk about President Trump and his administration, his family, and also abortion, right? So Christians, conservatives, they voted for him because President Trump, since his political debut 4 years ago, 2016, okay, yeah, he came out as pro-lifeist, okay, but before then he was pro-choicist, okay. Yeah, it's in the literature, like you look it up, okay, you find it, okay. So President Trump, he was not always pro-choice, okay. He became pro-choice ever since he declared his presidential candidacy, right? Before then, he was pro-choicist, okay. After he declared his presidency candidacy, he became pro-lifeist, okay, for political reason, all right, to get nomination from Republican Party, to get support from Christians, okay. So, why do Christians so pro-lifeist? Yeah, so there's some biblical backing, although abortion, the word abortion does not exist in the Bible, both New and Old Testament, because abortion technology didn't exist back then. Okay, and but yeah, God created human being as His own image. Yeah, anti-murder in Mosaic, Ten Commandment, right? And fetus, they look like human being, right? They have head, eyes, limbs, right? So yeah, the fetus is still human being. That's what they say, and we understand that. Okay, I do. Okay, yeah, but you know, we humanologists. Okay, anything goes here. Okay, so we come up with some different theories and different alternative explanations, just like we do in physics. Okay. So Christians, they are anti-adultery, right? Anti-fornication. So they are locked up in this marriage, institutional marriage, which is great. Okay. Yeah, children need stable parenthood. Yeah, Christians are against divorce. Jesus was against divorce. Okay. Yeah, because we need both parents, men and women, father and mother. Okay. I was lucky. I'm still lucky because my parents never divorced. They had some very difficult times. Okay, yeah. They had some difficult times. Okay, yeah, just like in any marriage. Okay, yeah, because different individuals and two different genders, mother and father, man and woman. Okay, it's not easy to, not always easy to live under the same roof. Okay, so like any other parents in the world, my parents also went through some difficult times, but they're still together. They never got divorced. Okay, and my parents, yeah, it was their first marriage. Okay, so I'm very blessed with that. My parents, very patient individuals. They would argue sometimes. Okay, yeah, like any other married couples. Okay, but they never got divorced, and also they didn't abort me. They didn't abort me. Okay, so I understand the anti-abortion argument. I do. Okay. In a way, I'm a beneficiary of anti-abortionism and beneficiary of anti-divorceism. Okay, Christian tradition. Yeah, my parents are Christians. Okay, so but let's think about alternative argument. Why alternative explanation? Why Christians and conservatives are against abortion so much? Let's think about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm cooking my dinner in the microwave. Okay, some ramen, Korean ramen noodles. Okay, so Christians, conservative, they're old school, right? They don't like divorce. They don't like divorce. They don't like fornication. They love marriage. That's great. Okay, and they love kids. That's great. right? But in the world, not everybody's Christian, not everybody's conservative. Okay, there are some secular people, there are some liberalist people. Okay, there are some people like me who are single, who just want to date and never want to have children, never want to have marriage. Some of us in the world, very secular, very liberalist. Yeah, part of me is very secular and very liberalist. Okay, so, but don't get me wrong, I don't date nowadays. Okay, all I do in my spare time is writing these academic articles. Okay, because yeah, but back in the days I used to date. Not too much, but I tried to date a lot, but of course I didn't get many dates. Okay, because I'm not good at it. Okay, some other guys they're like what swingers, players, but I'm not that. Okay, so when I used to date back in the days, it was not easy. No, no, it was not easy at all. Like 99.99% rejection, 0.001%, like one date. All right. Yeah. Back in the days when I used to date. Okay, so yeah, guys like me. Okay, we don't want to have family, children. We don't want to get married. Okay, we just like free floating, whatever. Right. So yeah, I'm very liberal in this sense. Okay, far left. All right. Yeah, I do not. No, I do not want to get married, and I do not want to have children. But do I want to date sometimes? Yes. I'm a man. Yeah, I want to date a lady. It's been a long time. Like that's what I can tell you. Okay, it's been a very long time. How long since I went out on dating with a lady? I don't know. 2 years. Maybe that not that long a time, but it does feel like very long time. It feel like 2 decades. Okay, because I do miss those days. Okay, yeah, it's been like I guess it's been about 2 years since I ever had a date with a lady. Okay, single lady, of course. Yeah, of course. I guess it's been about 2 years. Okay, but to me it feels like 2 decades. Okay, so it's not easy to be single, right? But nowadays I'm a happy single. Okay, so I'm busy writing these academic articles. Okay, so no problem. I'm not complaining. So yeah, so people who are locked up in marriage or people who are locked up in marriage or maybe they are jealous of the secular liberalist people who are just being promiscuous, who are dating, they're young, they're attractive, okay, and they don't want to get have children, okay, they're just having sex with whatever like hippie culture, right? Very promiscuous, okay. Maybe people who are locked up in marriage, maybe they are jealous of them, okay. Maybe they think those young people, attractive people, promiscuous people, okay, maybe they think they are having too much fun, so if they illegalize abortion, then they can punch them, right? And giving them some hard time out of jealousy. Yeah, it could be seen as this anti-abortionism can be seen as a case of jealousy. That's one way to think about it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe some old people, okay, who are locked up in marriage. Maybe they're too old to have kids, so maybe they don't need any abortion because they're too old to have kids, okay. But young people, okay, they're having all the fun, okay, dating and online dating, okay, they are young and beautiful, and some old people they look at them, okay, maybe they're kind of jealous. So anti-abortion law, if it gets established in America, it's not going to affect the old people because they're not going to get pregnant anyway, so they don't need abortion. Abortion is something of necessity for only the young and attractive people who date, who are promiscuous. Okay, so this old population in America, they're kind of being jealous about these young people who can get pregnant, who will be affected by anti-abortion law. That's one way to think about it. Okay. We are humanologists. Okay, yeah, I am conservative, Republican, Christian, but when it comes to humanology, yeah, I'm more loyal to humanology. Okay, so why? Because we are trying to break a new ground in science. We want to advance humanology. Okay, Republican Party, conservatism, Christianity, they are the thing of the past. Okay, humanology, that's more like the next generational thing. Okay, the things to come. Okay, so at least in my opinion. Okay, or in my ambition. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to say this. Okay. Yeah. Forgot to write this in this paper. Yeah. Maybe it's too extreme. Maybe they're not ready for it. Okay. Yeah. So like if Mr. Einstein is John the Baptist, so symmetry axiom theory is the Jesus Christ. Okay, we are the real and true and even absolute relativism. Right? We go way beyond even Galilean relativism. Yeah, let me write it down before I forget. Okay, so it's kind of interesting thing to write. Okay, so kind of shocking. If Galileo is Abraham of relativity, and if Einstein, John the Baptist, then inertial is the Jesus Christ. Enough. Yeah, yeah. I should write that as some part. Maybe at the end of the chapter, the last chapter, seventh chapter. Yeah, maybe we write about that. Okay, so sure. Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm sorry about this toilet paper there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It was itchy. I'm sorry. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay, and then we'll talk about President Trump and his family and his administration, okay, which is not that good, okay. It's such a yeah, they're entertaining. I get it, okay. President Trump family, yeah, very good looking men and women, okay, but they're not very smart, okay. So we're gonna make some fun of them, alright. So President Trump and his people, okay, his friends and family members, they're good looking, but they are not very smart. Okay, they are kind of privileged people. Okay, born with a silver spoon in their mouths. Okay, elites. Okay, they are the brand new swamp. President Trump didn't quite drain the swamp. Okay, he replaced a swamp with another swamp. Trumpian swamp. They're all elitists. born with a silver spoon in their mouths. Okay, Americans, it's such a disappointment. Okay, so many Americans not as smart that I want them to be. Okay, or I hope they would be. Okay, yeah, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay, so. Hey, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay, we're back. So, Mr. President Trump, he's the epitome, he's the symbolism of this self-servingness, self-service. It's all about his family name, Trump, Trump, Trump. Okay, Trump over everything. Trump card. He's just playing cards, right? China, arm wrestling. Okay, so who's the victim of this trade war with China by Mr. President Trump? American consumers, American agriculture, American farmers. Okay, so what does he do? Hand out the money. Yeah, COVID 19 money. Okay, or blame China. Yeah, for everything. COVID 19. Come up with some conspiracy theory and yeah, give farmers some free money. Okay, horrible, right? It's miserable. Vice President Joe Biden, he's even worse, in my opinion. Okay, so it's miserable, right? So how can I not run for president, right? And I do. I'm still running. Okay. I mean, fat chance, right? Yeah, but out of the two, yeah, I would vote for President Trump. Okay, but I'm not gonna vote for them. Okay, either of them. I vote for myself. Okay, as a protest, right? When we protest, if we don't break down buildings or burning, looting, stealing, we don't do that. Okay, we don't kill people. No. So in the ballot, in secrecy, in the ballot booth, yeah, I vote for myself. Okay, because they are no good. Okay, President Trump, Vice President Joe Biden. Okay, I'm gonna vote for myself. Right? But in terms of support, yeah, President Trump is less of two evils, right? Yeah. Comparing the two, okay, like dumb and dumber, dumber and dumberer, kind of. We're talking about America, okay? It's not. We are not talking about some third world developing country, okay? We're talking about America, okay? Yeah. Shame on us, right? Such a shame. So let's make some fun of President Trump's family, just like editorial cartoonists or journalists, okay? Yeah, his son-in-law, what, Mr. Jared Kushner. He's a handsome guy, handsome boy, right? But not very smart, okay? There's some of those boys born with a silver spoon in their mouths, okay? Yeah, they were born with silver spoons in their mouths, but they did not born with a good brain, okay? They're just dumb people, right? It's just because he married his favorite daughter, Ivanka Trump, favorite child, right? Yeah, Miss Ivanka Trump, it's not like Miss Ivanka Kushner, right? She wanted to retain her famed, world internationally famed, this legendary Trump family, right? And I don't think Trump family will be remembered in human history in the long run very well, okay? Because they're not very smart, they're not that special, okay? Yeah, probably they will be forgotten in the long run in human history, like 1,000 years later, okay? But we will be remembered, in my opinion, in my prediction, okay? We will be remembered. But President Trump, okay, is all about self-service, self-servingness, cronyism, nepotism, okay, all his friends and family members, born with a silver spoon, okay, the elites, Eastern Coast elites, Manhattan elites, New York elites. That's what he replaced with this Washington D.C. swamp elites. He brought in Manhattan, New York elites. Okay, I don't think that's any smarter than Washington D.C. elites. So elitism replaced by another elitism. Okay, what are the rest of us? Yeah, useful fools. Okay, useful. I am not in liberty to pronounce this word. Useful, IDIOTS. Okay, I am one of them, right? Because I did vote for him. I even prayed for him back in 2016. I even almost cried when he got elected because it was like miracle. Okay. Back then, yeah, Madam Secretary Hillary Clinton was high up in the polls, right? Again, less of two evils, okay? Less of two evils. Dumb and between dumb and dumber, dumber and dumberer, right? It's always so disappointing, this American presidential election season. Very disappointing, okay? Yeah. So how could I not run for president? How can you not run for president? Okay, yeah, if you're smart, yeah, run for elections, okay? Because otherwise, if smart people don't go into politics, then all these dumb and dumber of people go to politics for money, power, and fame to get some attention, with all this glamour and glory, okay? And that's what we have in American democracy in year 2020, okay? If you think you are smart, go into politics, okay? That's what I'm doing, right? Because what good is it if we have all the solutions in the world, all the wisdom and knowledge in the world, but it get buried or it get confined in academia, this ivory tower, okay? Yeah, we need to make some changes in the world and contribute to the world. That's why we keep on running, all right? Every 2 years, I will run for something. Some, yeah, public office, local or national, whatever, okay? Because I think I'm smart enough, okay? I think I'm smarter than other politicians, okay? So I keep on running. And between those two election years, 2 years apart, yeah, I'll be studying, okay? I'm not gonna do any campaigning, like advertisement and taking donations, okay? Because I think my time is better spent on studying, right? But yeah, 2 months before, 3 months before election date, yeah, the election season, yeah, I can go out there and do some campaigning, okay? But between 2 years, okay, the two election seasons, yeah, I'll be studying, okay, publishing, writing articles and whatever, okay. So that's the plan, okay. All right, thank you. Good night. Bye.